1770. England is the world's most powerful empire. In North America, it has gradually expanded its economic and military might by establishing 13 colonies. I live in the Massachusetts colony. My family's farm is in Uxbridge, about a day's journey from the town of Boston. My full name is Nathaniel John Wheeler, but most people call me Nat. I'm 14 years old, and I've lived here my whole life. But that's about to change. My older brother, Samuel, is going to inherit the farm. There's not enough land for me to farm too, but that's okay. I'd like a bit more adventure. The farm would have gone to my oldest brother, Christopher, but he ran off to fight against the French. We haven't heard from him in 10 years, and we fear the worst. Today, I leave my family to move to Boston. I'm going to learn how to be a printer. If I'm a successful apprentice, someday I'll become a master printer with my own shop. If I'm not successful, Father says I'll have to find another way to earn a living.
Nathaniel, it's time to come pack your things.
All right, everybody, Miss Cross here, and we are going to take you through the prologue of your assignment today, which is to complete the Mission US for Crown or Colony game. So as the prologue, it's going to take you to different areas around the screen. I'm going to show you around. I clicked on the well, and it says, this is where your family gets fresh water.
This is the well where your family gets its fresh water. Sometimes you drop things in and make a wish.
Throughout the story, you can click the audio button. It'll read things out loud to you. And again, you'll be picking Nathaniel's choices for him. So at our well, we can wish for success, wish for adventure, or wish for news of our brother Christopher. So I think I'm going to pick wish for adventure. And I get an adventure badge. I'm going to click the milestone here, engraved the distance of Boston. A full day's journey from Uxbridge. My brothers and I used to argue about who would win a foot race there. The chicken coop. I'm going to miss having fresh eggs. Once I broke a rotten egg and my brothers teased me about the smell. You can explore the barn here. Let's see what's in the barn. You and your brothers used to hide in the hayloft. All right, let's go in the farmhouse. The house has been your home for your whole life. Should I go in or should I walk around the farm one more time? I've already been around the farm, so I'm going to go in. Whenever there is this ellipsis near a person, it means you can talk to them.
There you are, Nathaniel. I was starting to think you would run off. It's almost time for you and Father to leave.
All right, so I'm going to pick my response.
We can't be sure of that. You'll be an apprentice, and your new master will be keeping you quite busy.
Whenever you get one of these bold things, you can click it. It identifies what an apprentice is for me. How much money will I make as an apprentice?
Money? Did your father not tell you? You will get meals and boarding, the chance to learn a valuable skill. You do not earn a wage. You will only receive money once you've learned your trade and become a journeyman printer.
There's journeyman.
I'm afraid that Boston has become more dangerous in the past year.
Hey.
It is filled with His Majesty's soldiers. Where there are soldiers, there's bound to be trouble. They are there to make sure the townspeople don't cause any more problems over the Townsend Acts or paying taxes. I remember your brother Christopher said the same thing when he left. Your father does, bless him. I'm not so sure anymore. It's been 10 years now with no word from him.
Oh, maybe there's something I can remember him by.
I want you to have this, Nathaniel.
Sweet.
It's Christopher's badge. He gave it to me the last time we saw him. But now I think you should carry it. I already packed paper and pencil so you won't forget to write. Remember to bring your penny whistle and primer. Goodbye, Nathaniel.
Bye, Mom.
Mr. Eads is your new master. He's a strict man, and he takes his patriot politics too seriously for me, but he's fair. Stay on his good side. There are troubles brewing in Boston. Many people are unhappy with the Crown's tax laws and the soldiers there to enforce them. You're your own man now. Keep your wits about you.
Mr. Eads wasn't home when we arrived, but I met Mrs. Eads, his wife. She was very nice.
Ah, you must be Nathaniel and Mr. Wheeler. I'm Mrs. Eads. How was your journey? Master Eads will be home shortly. You can use this time to review the apprenticeship contract together. Yes, the agreement you will sign. Your father might be able to convince Master Eads to change some things in your favor.
All right, so now we got to look at his contract. We're going to click the I and see if there's any. I get to pick 2 terms to negotiate. So first one says, he shall serve Mr. Eads from the day now until the full end of the term of 7 years. So if I want to consider it, I'll click it.
Our last apprentice's term was only 4 years, and he hardly learned enough to earn a living now. But if you want to shorten your stay with us, ask Master Eads.
All right, so I'm not going to pick that. He shall not waste his master's goods, nor lend them unlawfully to anyone. He shall not contract matrimony within said terms. It means you can't get married.
Do you have your eye on a Boston lady already? Well, you can't support a family without wages. You earn no money while you're an apprentice. You'll need to wait until you're a journeyman before finding a wife.
Let's see. At cards, dice, or other unlawful game, he shall not play. Cannot be absent day or night from his master's service without leave. Master shall procure and provide him sufficient fare and drink and meat twice weekly. Ooh, just meat 2 days a week? That's a little... I wonder if we can fix that.
You've a slight build, and you'll need the meat to keep your strength and health. Master Eads may listen.
All right, so we'll negotiate
Very
that.
well, son. I will see what I can do. Is there anything else?
We get to pick one more. Shall provide lodging as befits an apprentice. I wonder what that means.
You were to sleep in the room beside the print shop. It is drafty in the winter. There is a small bed upstairs in the attic, which is warmer. Master Eads may agree to put you there.
All right, let's try for that.
That is a wise choice. We are ready to negotiate.
Waiting. Ooh, operate the printing press. How hard can it be, or should I resist the urge? Let's operate it. You pull on something that's probably meant for twisting, and then twist something that probably should be pulled. Wooden dowel falls to the floor. What do? Panic or don't panic? I'm not going to panic. Everything's okay. Keep your wits about you. Study the press. Figure out where the missing part goes. I'm going to be a great apprentice. Let's see what Dad has to say.
Great news, Nathaniel. Mr. Eads agreed to both of our terms. I am especially glad that you'll be sleeping in a warm attic.
Sweet. Thanks,
Very
Dad.
well. It's time to sign your contract, and then I must say goodbye and head back to the farm.
When I met Mr. Eads, he didn't say anything. He just looked me up and down and nodded. I signed the contract. I said goodbye to Father. I want to make him proud, but what if I don't like being an apprentice or living in Boston? If my life here doesn't suit me, I'll have to find my own path. Time will tell.
All right, so that loads the game, everybody. And so when you start, you can select prologue if you want to change any of the choices I just made. Otherwise, you'll start with part 1, New in Town. I'm going to go ahead and exit the game so you can see how to get started and get going. So the Lincoln Schoology should bring you to Mission US, a series of historical video games that are simulations. You are going to select for Crownert Colony right here. Click Start Mission. You'll scroll down. If you would like to meet the characters and see who you'll be encountering, you can click on these guys and read a little bit about them. Otherwise, you'll click Start Mission. It should ask you for a username and password. For me, The username and password are the same. It's going to be cross-class with no spaces and a capital C. It'll be the username and password. So I'll type it in here for you to see. It's going to be cross, capital C, class with a capital C, and no space in the middle. Same for the password, cross class, capital C's, and no space. When you log in, you should be able to click part 1 and get started. If you have any questions, ask each other, or you can message me if you're in a bind. If you would like to create your own free account to save the progress on your own personal game, you can certainly do that as well. I hope you have fun and you're able to meet all the different levels. Good luck.